I'm here at Barn refugee camp in northeastern Liberia, which is where so many of the people who've been displaced in particularly the western part of Côte d'Ivoire following all the violence and the threats, and particularly as people have had to flee for their lives through the real fear of villages which have been burnt, where their homes have been lost, where their food has suddenly become scarce and very insecure. So they have walked 50 more kilometres to get to the border. They've crossed the river. This is a very jungly and very forested area of the world, and it's been hard going for them to get through, men, but particularly women and young children who have had to, as I say, flee for their lives. And then they have not only crossed the borders, but they've come into Liberia, who have then received a really warm welcome by the Liberian people in the local villages right along the border, 91 of them as far as we know so far. And then they have been, where possible, taken to transit camps, and now here to Barn camp up here in the northeast in the Nimba province. But as the violence and the conflict in Côte d'Ivoire has been going through, it's also moving the problem of refugees fleeing Côte d'Ivoire further south into Grand Gede province and also into Maryland province, down near the coast on the west part of Africa. And so the British people, through UK aid, following an announcement we made over a week ago, are providing the resources that is going to enable many people to benefit from shelter, from making sure that they have access to drinking water, to sanitation, and indeed also to some medical facilities. I think we have to prepare for a much longer term problem and crisis, where there will be more camps that are required further south in the country. And as we look to making that help, as the British people, through the aid they're able to give, we're able to support and provide shelter and basic services for 15,000 people in Liberia. We're able to make sure that we are addressing about 25,000 of the displaced people in making sure that they have enough food for 6 months. And we can see that these are going to be numbers that are going to have to be revised, in addition to the many challenges that we have to meet. As clearly around me as I've seen from my own eyes, we have many people who are now wanting to create some certainty, some stability in their lives after having gone through the most terrible times in their own country.